Well, howdy, folks. It's time for Beyond the Smoke Barbecue Talk. So grab your drink of choice and come gather around the fire as we talk all things Beyond the Smoke. Featuring pitmaster chats from all your favorite names in barbecue. We chat about competitions, pits, meats, and everything in between. From barbecue to grilling, from trimming to smoking, we got you covered. Got questions? Let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks for coming, friend. We're glad you're here. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk some barbecue. It's time to go Beyond the Smoke.
What up,
What's going on, boys?
What up?
I had to mute you, Sam, again.
Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're unmuted now.
Oh, what'd you mute me for?
Because you came on the intro.
Oh, what was I doing? Talking to my dog?
Yeah, probably.
Real professional, Sam. Real professional.
Hey, I gotta be a dog dad first.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Where's your fireplace, dude? You're missing your fireplace.
The Wi-Fi's down.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yep. What's going
There
on,
he
Kevin?
is.
What's up?
Kevin's on. Kevin's on. How's y'all's weekend?
Man, it sucked. I got sick. Oh, I don't know. I guess Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Wednesday. I don't know if it's strep, flu, but it whooped my ass all weekend.
In there. Yeah, we were just
What
in
about
Round
you,
Rock
Sam?
all weekend at
Okay.
basketball.
Oh, how'd they do?
We did all right, man. It was tough, dude. There were 100 and something teams there, man. I think we finished the consolation winner on varsity, and I think I don't know the whole homeschool system won all their games the last day, so it went pretty good.
That's cool.
Nice. Did y'all hit up any barbecue joints out there or no?
Just Rudy's.
What's up, CB?
At least you knew what you was getting.
Man, you know what? There's one over in San Antonio by SeaWorld. And they had some badass turkey over there in that one, but this one, the turkey wasn't as good. So
What about you,
Nice.
Serge?
Man, I did a little bit of cooking. Had a small catering, I guess, if you want to call it, yesterday. Just did a pork butt and a prime. So, all right.
Dang. Catering with prime briskets.
Hey, what do you want to do, man? You know,
What kind of prime was it?
it was an IBP. Man, couldn't find anything. Like everything they had at all the HEBs here just was not very good. And the people, man, everybody seemed like they're buying briskets. I mean, nobody, of course, everybody's buying those cheap economy freaking briskets. You know what I mean? So they had a few primes, but they were all like, I don't know, man. They all had air in the bags, and they could tell they've been sitting for a while. And nothing really good. And for the price of them, I wasn't just gonna pick, any brisket. So I did find a good one though. Found one good IBP. Cooked it low and slow. 11. It was like 11 and a half hours. I'm starting to like that. Going a little bit slower.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You got to roll that pit up in your trailer for contest now.
What's that?
Yeah.
You have to get you a winch and roll that pit up in the trailer.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Which HEB did you go to?
The one over here well, first I went to the one on the west side of Odessa, and man, they didn't have nothing out there. I talked to the meat department, and they said they don't have any primes. So I'm like, man, I did find one there that was pretty good. It was like a 15. It was like 15 for $70. I'm like, I'm just gonna wait. So I waited. So the next morning I went to the one in town, and they had a few more selections. Nothing much better, but I did find that one. I said hell, so I took it. It came out really good, man. It was a really good piece of beef, and I was happy with it. Everybody liked it. My problem was finding pork butts, dude. I couldn't find any over here. HEB didn't have them. Walmart didn't have them. And Walmart usually carries, they had picnics. They had whole picnics, and I was like, man, I don't want to get a whole picnic. I can do it, but I was looking for just a pork butt. Anyways, had to go to Sam's. Finally found one over there. Just picked one and went. So nothing comp style. But man, that pulled pork, dude, that was money. That was money for sure. It was my favorite.
You roll it rolling low and slow too?
Yeah. I put them on with the brisket, and actually, it was probably about 17 degrees off of the brisket. The brisket was like 17 degrees faster. But like I said, both of them just stopped at 106. I mean, not 106, at 206. Brisket stopped at 206.8, and the pork butt stopped at 206.4, something like that. So, and they wouldn't move, man. That pork butt would not move after that, dude. Once it hit that temperature, it stayed there forever. And then I even raised the temp on the pit. I was pushing 275, 300, and nothing, dude. It just wouldn't move. Yeah. So I pulled it, let it rest, and man, that thing was money.
Shoot,
that thing was money. So
come on, Chase.
So other than that, man, that's all I had going on.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm ready to do a little cooking. I think I'm gonna experiment this weekend.
We'll do it again. I bought me today, just a little while ago, I bought me a pork belly. I'm gonna try and do some cured bacon. So we'll see how that turns out. What's up, Daniel?
Yep. I think this weekend I'm gonna mess with some ribs.
Yeah,
tweak my injection a little bit, compare the old, the new, and then a couple new sauces.
Well, hell, we have a rib world champion waiting in the green room right now.
And a brisket world champion.
So why don't we bring them in? Team Chupacabra, Tim and Jackie Milligan. Let's bring them in. Maybe Sam can get some shig off of that rib world champion. What's up, Tim, Jackie? How's it going?
How's it going, guys? Good.
Appreciate y'all being on.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure. I know we talked about having y'all on a couple of weeks ago, and then I can't remember what happened. We had to bump y'all a little bit, but I appreciate y'all hanging in there, and thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
We're so honored. It's like, do we still qualify? A long time ago.
It's a new year, right? It's a new year.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's y'all's new year been going? Jackie, you been cooking? I know Tim's been cooking.
Oh, he's been cooking without me. Ask him.
Been putting some miles in the trucks and trailer, that's for sure, the past few weeks.
There you go. Right?
Yeah. That one was close to home at least.
Yeah. Where are y'all out of?
Poteet, just south San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I'm from San Antonio. We sleep in Poteet. We work in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gotcha.
And y'all travel everywhere every weekend, pretty much.
Pretty much every weekend. I've
Yeah.
stopped counting how many miles we put on so far, but as I call it, the truck's got all barbecue miles. That's about it.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds like Kyle's truck, right?
20,000 miles since May.
Ooh,
And we haven't
jeez.
even cooked since October.
Yeah, but everything up there is you had to come down here to cook anything, probably.
Pretty much.
For the most part.
Do you drive a Camry, Kyle? Or do you drive
Camry.
Kyle's pulling that 50-foot toy hauler with a Camry.
Yeah, right. No, these guys give me a hard time. We have a 40-foot toy hauler, but we haul the kids around with us, right? The kids go with us to all the cook-offs, so we need the extra room, and they're always giving me hell about it.
Hey, I want to give you hell, but watching you pull that pit in, it's like, no thanks.
Oh, no. He has a boy for that.
Yep.
He has his boy for that. His boy and a winch.
That's right.
So.
Well, we have a 250 and I've only driven it one time. And it's how old is it?
It's almost 10 years old.
I've only driven it one time.
No, she's not a trailer puller by any means. And she goes, I'm in a big truck. I can drive over the curb. No, you can't. I tried to get her to drive in Kansas because it's straight, and she says, nope, ain't going to happen. It'll be the first and last time.
That's funny. So how long y'all been cooking, Tim?
I've been at this for about 17 years now. Jackie's only been in it probably
2018 was my first cook.
So she's been in it.
Wow.
So
but 2020 doesn't count because 2020 was like there's nothing. It was all COVID.
That was an interesting time right there. Cook-offs. You go to a cook-off and they have you wear a mask when you turn your box in, and they're like, really? How are they going to eat this? But no, I started with another team and then kind of went on my own way and started cooking. And then I created a little monster here with Jackie with her getting her first couple of GCs under her belt. And then it was like, okay, I'm going to be the truck driver. That's where I've been until I can step out of her shoes. But I still love to compete. You know, I miss it. I miss it. You know, she tells me she can see it in my eyes. I still have the drive to do it. But, you know, sometimes I'm happy when she's not cooking. But if we cook together, she doesn't like to help me. She goes, I wouldn't do it that way. I'm like, well, that's the way I'm doing it this weekend. So we're going to run it that way.
Yeah, we're not when we cook against each other.
So do y'all find yourselves cooking against each other more often than together?
No. We used to cook a lot more against each other. Now it's mainly just we're focused in one team or another.
Right.
Especially with these 4 meets that are in these comps now. It's just too hard with going against each other. Your time constraints and space and stuff like that. But we have done 4 meets against each other. It's just a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah. I remember seeing y'all when I first. Well, no, I think that's I've kind of known about y'all, but seeing y'all on Barbecue USA, that was pretty cool.
Oh,
at the Briscoe. Yeah, y'all had quite a few airtime.
We've had that one. We've been our first time on TV was with the we did World Food Championship in Alabama, and we were actually on Barbecue.
Okay.
And
it's an Alabama station.
And we did that one, and I think we Barbecue USA, of course, and then They filmed Jackie in Houston 2 years ago from the Mexican Discovery Channel, I guess it
Oh,
was.
wow.
It was all from Mexico. So she was on stations in Mexico as well.
Nice.
That's
I
cool.
don't speak that much Spanish, but
Speak any Spanish.
it's like taco plate number 1 or number
Well, I think when the first time I met Kyle over here in Andrews, they had a German TV personality out here, and they did Aaron Leslie and were you on that one, Kyle?
I mean, I was there and when they were filming and stuff.
During the filming. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Have a German, like, I don't even know what they were, but in Andrews, Texas, you know what I mean? Like deep West Texas, filming barbecue. That was pretty cool.
I'm not a big fan of the social media filming. It's so different, and
It throws you off your
it
game a
throws
little
you
bit.
off.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, because we did a show this past December for
A PBS
a
station.
PBS station, and they would say, "Okay, let's do this again. This time, use this box, and let's cut it this way." So it's they say it's reality, but it's scripted.
Yeah, they want to get their shots. They want
Yeah.
to get their shots in.
The producers, yeah, they change things around.
Do they give y'all enough respect to kind of get out of y'all's way whenever they know when to get out of y'all's way?
Yeah, if they don't get out of your way, you have to make them get out of your way.
Right, right.
And sometimes it's the most inopportune time. Like she was saying for Briscoe this past December, it was right at brisket time, and it's like, dude, we don't got time to play around and nothing like that. We need to get this stuff done, and then we'll film everything afterwards.
And there's like 6 people inside.
Yeah, y'all's trailer.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and you got people here and there and in your way, and it's like, can I try this? Nope. You just wait till we're done and just let us get our stuff turned in, and you can eat all you want.
Huh? That's interesting.
They tell the surrounding teams, "Shh, quiet." Turn on
Yeah.
Luckily, we have a lot of friends around us that they'll kind of tone it down some, but
right during filming. So they caught y'all during the crunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a crazy one right there.
Yeah. You know, I would have thought I've been in television before. I did television for a little bit, and I would think, I mean, if it was me, I would say, you know, in the trailer, all you need is the 2 cook or y'all 2,
Mm-hmm.
right? A sound guy with the boom mic outside the trailer boomed in,
Right.
and then the camera guy, and that's it. That's all you need in the trailer.
Well, it
You know what I
depends.
mean?
They're I guess they were trying to get camera angles from both sides, from behind and on the end of the trailer.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's like you
Okay.
got to just turn around, watch where you're going to turn.
And
Yeah.
Jeez.
So hold on, Serge, you were on TV?
No, I did TV stuff.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah, because you have more of a face for radio.
Yeah, I was behind the camera, Kyle. Thanks. I was behind the camera. I did a lot of camera work, man. I did a lot of camera work, and I was a stage director for a little bit. So for a little station over here. So
It's definitely interesting. If anybody ever gets a chance to do it, you got to do it at least once. But it opens your eyes up just to what actually goes on behind the scenes.
you don't just get selected to be on TV. You get interviewed, and there's
Mhm.
3 rounds of interviews before you're actually picked. So I also interviewed for Barbecue USA. No, the other one, Barbecue
Showdown. Yeah,
Showdown,
Showdown. That's Netflix one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and then they wanted another film, and I was like, forget it. So I dropped out. And I usually, once I start something, I'll see it through. But it was just a little bit too demanding, and it did conflict with my SAM schedule and competition.
We both have full-time jobs like most other cookers,
Right.
You're trying to juggle your job and your weekend hobby right there, and luckily, if I've got a boss that's cool enough to let me take off when I need to take off, and I got plenty of vacation to burn. So
Yeah, competition barbecue is not real life. Like, I have aging parents, a college kid, a a job.
Right.
You have a job?
Yeah.
Does the office ever ask you to cook for them, Jackie?
One time I work at a dental office. It's a private dental office, and I've been with my doctor longer than I've been married. So he's seen me graduate, grow up. He's very flexible with my scheduling. I cooked him a brisket for his birthday, for his 60th birthday. For him and the family.
Nice. Just
And
a little back.
he has come to see us.
Yeah, he did.
He came to see us at San Antonio Rodeo a couple years back.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah. So whenever you're not competing, you're cooking just like that. What are you doing? Fat side up or fat side down?
Fat down.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it's always fat down. And we're a hot and fast cooker. Most of the time we'll run 275, 300 degrees. I've been known to push 325 on occasion just to get them out of a stall. We don't wrap in butcher paper because we cook so hot.
Right.
But I've always been cooking hot and fast. To me, it just kind of pushes the way that breaks down the meats better.
And I don't eat barbecue, so it don't matter to me.
Now my brother's completely opposite. He'll cook fat up, and that's all he swears by. But I've done it both ways, and I've never been happy with the fat up.
Yeah. I was the same way until Kyle told me you got to do fat side up. And I was like, I might as well try it. So I tried it a couple times, and I don't know. I think it looks better, but with the fat side down, of course. So.
Well, back in the day when they used to have the rules where you had to turn the meat side up in your boxes, that got to a couple of the cooks that they couldn't cook fat side up. Well, they say, well, yeah, you can cook fat side up, but you got to turn it in fat side down. That didn't make much sense. But that's the old school thinking. So
you think that's where that whole thing comes from for the competition side?
I think so. And that's my opinion on it. But everybody had their own opinion of how they wanted to cook their meats, but they wanted to see them in the box with the fat side down because most people eat a brisket from a store or whatever like that, fat side down.
Yeah.
Now, there are certain restaurants that serve it fat side up, but I think most people want to be common. But that's what sets you aside if you're different.
Right. For sure. What do you think, Kyle?
I prefer, if I'm going low and slow, fat side up. That way when you cut it, all the juice from the fat just kind of drips down into the meat, and it makes it glisten. That's what I prefer. When you go to like Franklin's and some of those bigger name places, right, they usually cook a fat cap up.
Yeah.
Of course, they're cooking on a big, long 1,000-gallon offset and not a 60-inch or 48-inch like us, too.
Yeah, most people don't realize how much different competition barbecue is compared to Truth Barbecue or Style Switch or something like that. Yeah. It's way different flavor profiles. It's not your typical competition food. I think if you try to eat a whole competition brisket by yourself, you'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's what happened at that Daniel's that we had. They had me cook for them before the competition for the office, and everybody was amazed at the brisket. Oh, this is a good brisket. This is what you do. And I'm like, no, this is nothing like what you're going to see at the competition. And sure enough, those guys that hadn't seen that in-depth competition before. And I'm not saying I'm the best comp cook, but, I kind of got an idea of what goes into it. And, man, my boss and the guys that were there, they were amazed at the process. They're like, man, this is not like, y'all aren't just cooking. You know what I mean? There's teams out there that are doing that, but this is totally different. They've never seen it before. So,
yeah, I totally agree. When Tim started cooking years ago with the guys from work, I show up at awards time, and then when he started cooking, I invited my family. Hey, Tim's cooking. Come join us at the park. And it was more like a barbecue. And then when I got involved, it's like, okay, no company. I'll bring home leftovers because it was so involved.
Right. Yeah, I'm usually by myself, and I cook by myself, and it's nice having the trailer where I can just go shut the doors and just shut everything out.
Yeah.
We don't even talk to each other when we compete. I have my headphones on and
She gets mad because I walk off and I'm just kind of walking around doing whatever. She goes, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm over at so-and-so's trailer."
yeah, I don't talk to nobody. I stay in my own little head. But he's a social butterfly.
Yeah. Jack, are you trying to do all ancillaries every time you go?
I try to if I have enough time. I prefer that because sometimes you can be creative, like when it's chef's choice and dessert. I love dessert, but with the meats, it's always the same thing. So
Yeah.
But I try to, especially when we do Fort Davis and we have the dessert category and the margarita category. I crush those every time.
Did you hear that, Kyle? Sam?
I can't make a margarita, but I'll drink them.
I think we signed up for all of them too.
Oh, really?
We signed up for all of them in Fort Davis.
Nice. You were at Fort Davis this year, were you, Tim?
Yes, I was.
Oh, I didn't see there. I know I saw Jackie, but I didn't see. I don't think I saw you.
Yeah, I was there.
We got the
Well, she had to get the trailer there somehow.
Yeah.
We took the overall. We got second place cabrito too. It was
that's only the second time I ever cooked in cabrito, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. I cooked it like a brisket, and it came out so tender and moist.
And
I guess they really liked it.
And I plated it really good.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, she's got a really good eye for decorations and stuff like that. So she's really artistic when it comes to showmanship, when it comes to plating foods.
Right.
One of the good things.
Were y'all at World Foods this year? Not this year?
No, we haven't been to World Foods in a few years. And they kind of, for lack of better words, they kind of like, barbecue is not really chefy stuff, but it really can be.
Right.
It's more chefy-Q than barbecue.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, speaking of chef stuff, talk about your Sam's thing, Jackie.
Oh, I love my Sam's gig. I love it. So one of the benefits from cooking World Foods is that you get put in this, this group that when they have certain partnerships with Sam's, because Sam's is a major sponsor for World Foods.
Okay.
You could, if you're selected as a chef, you go out to certain Sam's clubs throughout the area. Because I have San Antonio and I have Austin, and what you do is you create a recipe using Sam's products.
Nice.
Yeah, and the people though, the customers, or they call them the members. The members they love them, and they'll question, well, where do I buy it? And I'm like, no, you don't buy it. You have to create it. It's a recipe, and so that's where we teach the members how to create the recipe. So there's a rapport, and when we do the brisket month,
brisket month is in May.
So they call it brisket month. Tim will bring the barbecue trailer and we'll smoke briskets outside, and I'll create a dish like shepherd's pie out of brisket to serve to the members, and they love it.
Wow.
And some of the members are repeat members, and they'll say, "Oh, where's the brisket?" I'm like, "Well, there's no brisket. This is not brisket month. Shrimp." So
you meet a lot of interesting people there. That's for sure. There's a few odd ducks, but there's some people that really want to learn about cooking good barbecue. And you're helping these people pick out a good brisket or pick out a good rack of ribs and show them and give them little tips and tricks to make it go, easier for them and get the flavor that they're looking for.
Yeah.
But, we create our seasonings from the recipes, from all the seasonings on the shelves. We can't use an off-the-shelf recipe. They want us to mix up different things. And you kind of tweak them here and there to make them a little more pepper, a little more sugar, whatever like that. But they just love being out there, being taught these different things. Because most people, they think they cook a good brisket.
They want fast and ready. Like, where do I buy it? Like, no, you don't buy it.
Right.
So they learn. They have questions, and it's not like it's a sampling, yes, but it's also a teaching demo. So I'm teaching members how to put stuff together that you won't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
But she never brings home dessert. Trust me. She never
Nice.
So, what's your favorite dessert, Jackie?
My Crown Royal cheesecake.
Oh my God!
I make an apple cheesecake with Crown Royal in it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's award winning. She's taken a few trophies with it, and she kind of uses that one for the wintertime because they've got Crown in it. You know, Crown's always a good time any time of the year.
Wow.
And that seems to be
Pretty
the biggest thing in dessert categories is cheesecakes.
Exactly, but you've got these no bake cheesecakes and you got baked cheesecakes, and when you bake a cheesecake crust or a cheesecake on the pit to get that smoke flavor into it, it just has a whole different flavor element to it. And you taste just a little bit of that hickory or the cherry wood you're using to smoke with, and it's a different flavor profile.
Especially the chocolate one. I make a chocolate strawberry tequila one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you don't know, not me.
I lucked out and went to Vegas back in what was it, December, for that jackpot cook-off.
Mm-hmm.
And they cheesecake. It was I think there was a pineapple upside down cheesecake, like some just off the wall cheesecakes. That's like I never would have thought a pineapple. How would you even make a pineapple upside down cheesecake?
Right now, I think a lot of people cook cheesecake, whether it's summer, winter, or fall.
Well, what he's asking you just put parchment paper down. You put parchment paper down, and then you're to pineapple.
He's trying to.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Let's see.
You guys still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. So do you cook the cheesecake on the sniper?
I do.
Oh, man.
Mainly, she does the cheesecake. When she does a cheesecake on the smoker, she'll do it either in either the pellet cooker or she'll do it in the safe.
But I mean, it's nicer. Well,
The safe gets it hotter.
we don't always have the pellet cooker.
Yeah, so it's on the safe then.
It's a safe upright smoker.
Oh, nice.
I've done them, but I've only done them I've cooked them on the drum for like the family and stuff.
Yeah,
And I tried doing one in the mountains, and it was just I couldn't get my drum hot enough, so it took like 2.5 hours to get done. I was like, I'm not doing this again.
I tell you what, you talk about cooking in the mountains like that. One of the first times we went up to Fort Davis, I was cooking up there, and I used to cook in a brisket 212, 215. It just wouldn't push it. And then somebody reminded me, you're at elevation, right? So it's not going to be there. I'm like, that makes sense. So a lot of people don't take into consideration elevation, humidity, and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, whenever in Fort Davis, when I cooked, my brisket only got to 201, and it dead stop. Like, it would not move at all from there. So,
Will you be at Fort Davis this year?
no, I won't this year. My daughter has surgery scheduled for the 5th of June. So we're double downing on that right now. So I was telling the guys that my year's pretty much shot with any competition because of that. So I figured I'd try and get the trailer ready. So
Family first.
yeah, we've been trying to get surgery since she was 17, and now she's 21. So the surgery's finally coming through, and we'll see what happens.
21-year-old, you look so young. I thought you were like 30.
No. I just turned 43. Yeah, right.
You're still puppies.
Well, Sam is a baby. Sam's the baby of the group.
How old are you, Sam?
29.
Oh yeah, he's a puppy.
No.
So that's what you see. You see a lot of younger guys on the barbecue trail. We're the old people.
I tell you what, it has changed in the years that we've been out there cooking. You know, the people are getting younger that are cooking, and you're seeing a lot more women that are cooking.
Yes, for sure.
I tell you one thing: a woman brings a different flavor profile than what the guys have all the time. You know, and mine and Jackie's flavor profiles, they're close, but
We have different
we
recipes.
have different recipes, and that's what most people would think. Oh, you just make it in 2 boxes. No, it's not. There's 2 different flavor profiles when we cook against each other. But a woman, they just have a different flavor profile. The texture may be the same, but the flavor profile is different.
And I tried his recipes, and I don't do well when I try his recipes. And when he takes my recipes, he doesn't do well with my recipes. So it's like,
It's all in the technique.
Yeah, for sure. Are y'all more on the sweeter side, Jackie, as far as your briskets and stuff, or
I'm sweet.
Okay.
He's sour or bitter.
I'm spicy. I can be a little spicy at times.
I call it.
I think that's what's hard for me whenever I do competition, because I don't have that extra palate. You know what I mean? I know how my stuff tastes, and that's what's getting turned in. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You hear people like, "Oh, I tweak this, I tweak that." Well, you got to cook a few events to figure out if you're going to tweak it or not. And like, if you're not hitting consistently, then it's time to start, changing your recipes up some.
Yeah.
You get some people that they'll tweak their recipe wherever they're at. I'm like, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we're just talking about that today, huh, Sam?
Yeah.
Had a little conversation about that. So.
Yep.
I don't know. The competition is really, really close now because I judged when he did. What did you do? That was a judge. I judged something that you were in.
Oh, I don't know.
So I helped judge, and everybody's food tasted the same.
Yes, I agree.
And so it's hard to, it almost comes down to the texture of the meat. That's
right.
What wins the round, because everybody's food tastes the same. Everybody's food is good. It's either good or it's not good.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Before I did my first CBA, I judged in Andrews. That's anyways where I met Kyle and them, but everything tastes exactly the same.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's just because I was there through all of them, but I don't know. I was more of a presentation guy. Maybe that's just the photographer in my eye, but I was always looking for presentation and stuff like that. So
what gets you scratching your head though is when you go to judges events and you get some of these score sheets and you find one person, you get that one judge out of 6 of them that tanks everybody. You're like, guy, everybody's plate couldn't be that bad. There's no way.
That one person just hates barbecue.
Yep.
No, they're probably looking for Dickie's flavor. So
I seem to always get that when I cook a lot of IBCA. It's always, because they don't drop score or nothing. I always get one judge that's just like tank.
Well, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but there's, you don't know who's on that judging table. So you become a little suspicious, like, okay.
You have a designated tanker.
Yeah, you have a tanker.
Kills everybody's scores.
Kills everybody's scores. I've seen it happen.
Yeah. Well, y'all had a big year last year, from the American Royal, to the Houston Rodeo and the Jack. Man, y'all killed it last year. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you very much. We had a really good year last year. Last year was the second year I ever cooked Houston Rodeo. The first year I cooked brisket for a team. I was 72nd in brisket. And last year, I think we were tied for first, if not, the highest score there at Houston. And then our chicken cook, Tony Tanatse, scored really high in chicken. That earned us that GC.
Yeah.
And then, that got us the entry for the Jack and the American Royal. But the American Royal, we actually cooked under Team Chupacabra because Jackie had qualified for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So
we made a deal before we went to the Royal. We made a deal because it's a long ways out there, and it takes us like a week off our work.
Right.
It's so expensive, and you're cooking for 2 days, and you're traveling a day over there and a day back. And so I told Tim, let's win this. Let's do this. And if we win really big, we don't have to come back. We won really big, but he still wants to go back.
Well, I think y'all won really big, Jackie.
I think so too. I agree. So I do not want to go back.
I told her that I want to go back because it'll be our 5th year. So we get the legacy banner for 5 years. So she goes,
Oh, nice.
I'll buy you the banner. No.
The banner is this big.
I want to go back.
I will make you a banner.
The funny part
That's
is
awesome.
I should have sent you the picture that on the way home we stopped to sleep, and she wound up staying in the back of the truck, and I was driving on the highway, and I got a picture of the trophy in the front with a seatbelt on while she's laying in the back seat. And she goes, I can't believe you posted that picture. I'm like, sure, why not? But that was the biggest contest I've ever hit a first place brisket in. I'll tell you that.
Man, that's awesome.
That right there. I'm cooked, like I said, 4 years of the American roll, both days, and that was just phenomenal. And to have our friends and other teammates come up to us and congratulate us. Oh, there's George and Julio there from Pitmaker.
Yeah, yeah. What the Pitmaker guys say when they called y'all's name?
Oh, they were ecstatic. They just couldn't believe it. I'm glad they were there to see it.
And they came down just to see us.
That makes you feel good when you got a pit company and people like that are backing you like that. Those guys are treated us really, really well.
They even came to see us when we cooked in the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, they came over to Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
George, Victor, and Julio, all from Pitmaker. Awesome group of guys. We always have good luck with those guys.
Nice. What was your score on that brisket over there at the Royal?
Dude,
It was a 180.
I can't remember, to tell you the truth. I have the paperwork at the house, but I don't remember what it was.
We got the sticker.
Yeah,
it was a perfect. Yeah.
It was a perfect 180. That's right, it was.
So we
I remember hearing the call. I was watching it live, and I heard y'all's name, and I'm like, oh shit.
And it was a
Snake
River. It was a Snake River brisket. That's all we cook for comps of Snake Rivers. And the briskets have been really good to us over the past couple of years. And, you just get lucky enough to find that right brisket.
Mm-hmm.
And I only cook one brisket. I don't cook two. I don't cook burnt ends. I just cook a brisket. And, put all your faith and your focus into one piece of meat. You're going to concentrate on it.
Right.
And I think that's where I might have faltered to Jack, because I cooked two, and that got me off my game. And I remember when I cooked Houston, I cooked one brisket. And in Houston, they tag your meat. So our observer was there, and he's like, so where's your other brisket? I'm like, I can only turn in one brisket. Why am I going to cook two? He's like, okay, fine, do whatever you want to do. And that was a first place brisket in Houston as well.
Yeah. I thought I had that picture, but let me see. I think all I have is Jackie's stuff.
Tim does better when he's focused and doesn't have a lot of people surrounding him. Or here lately we've been having a lot of people. Everybody's trying to see what's going on and what you're doing different, and trying to get the little sneaks in there. But I don't mind the attention, but there's a time when somebody wants to be left alone, and
right.
Most of it's prep time and slice time and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep,
for sure.
You got to give cooks their space, because they put a lot of pride in their work. At least I do, and I know a lot of
for sure
as well. So be focused on it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't see barbecue as an art form, and it is. It's an art. So
it's very personal.
Yeah, it is very personal.
Right.
And one of the things, they see me and Jackie cook together, they see her cook by herself, and if she succeeds, I've succeeded in trying to help her along her way. Teaching her this, teaching her that. You can take whatever class that you want, but to get the backing from somebody, from sponsors to friends and family and stuff like that, to help them pursue their career and their drive, it makes them feel better. You know,
Right.
you got to support your cookers.
Right. For sure. When did y'all start with the whole Team Chupacabra? I mean, has it always been the two gringo stuff, or
2019. I won a bet.
Yeah, she won a bet on it. So we were competing. My first team name was Not So Bad Cookers.
okay?
And that was back in 2012, I think, 2013. And we were cooking on our little blue sniper trailer. And Alton had a cook-off going at the time in Beeville, and he was looking for somebody to represent his company,
Chupacabra Throwdown.
the Chupacabra Throwdown.
Okay.
So I threw Jackie under the bus, and hey, my wife will cook for your company.
Mind you, I only cooked like maybe twice in my life.
So we competed there, and she beat me in the
I
scores.
did. I was like in the top 10.
So then it's like, okay, so how are we going to do this? I'm like, all right, we'll go to one more competition, and I'll compete against you in the competition. And the winner of this competition, winner take all.
And we shook with Alton because Alton owns Chupacabra.
Right.
We all shook. It was in the morning.
Yeah. So we go to Jordan cook-off, Jordanton Volunteer Fire Department cook-off, and we cooked it. And yeah, she beat me. He was GC and I was RGC. And that right there just kind of ended the thing. It was like, all right, well, I guess Jackie's your new head cook.
Wow.
So I hung up my barbecue gloves and put on my truck driving gloves. And that's where I was at.
No, but he didn't talk to me on the way home. He was like this. What are we gonna eat for dinner? I don't know.
That's funny.
So that's how she kind of got the lead on Chupacabra, which is great because, you know, being tied up with two gringos, Chupacabra, Alton Paris, and that the whole Rub family has been great with us, you know.
Right.
They treat us just like family, and we treat them like family as well, you know. It'd be a great group of people.
So I guess it'll be safe to say that y'all using a lot of Chupacabra stuff on that trailer.
You use a lot of Chupacabra stuff.
It's on every category. Even in my desserts, we got the sugar shake.
Oh, wow.
It's awesome.
Nice.
Let me write that down.
You can rewind it, watch it again. So what's y'all's favorite rub? They have a huge line, right? So people, what would you tell somebody if you see somebody at HEB, you know, looking at some barbecue stuff and they ask you if this is any good? What do you say?
I say Brisket Magic. It goes with everything. Everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what you.
I like Brisket Magic an awful lot. My second favorite one would probably be Cluckerlicious because, you know, you can use it on pretty much everything as well. They all kind of have their little niches where they have that special blend that's great on vegetables and fish, seafood, stuff like that. But your base layer, if you go with the base layer, the Chop House and the Black Label, it's a good just all-around barbecue.
And with Brisket Magic, you can make a pot of beans with just that rub. Like 3 tablespoons. Bam.
Oh.
Pot of beans.
Yeah, I actually have some Brisket Magic in the trailer, and I usually put it on my chicken and on my competition chicken. So it is good stuff. I mean, it's really good.
It is. And there's a lot of people that use it, and it depends on how you're using it as to how it's going to work for you, you know?
You can't go too heavy with it. It'll get too salty.
Right.
Cluckerlicious has the least amount of salt, so you can go heavier on the clucker. But Brisket Magic, you just anything. Baked potato.
They're great on jalapenos, bacon wrapped jalapenos.
Anything bacon.
Yeah. I think the Chupacabra name, the Two Gringos Chupacabra, it has that name where most beginners are going to pick up a bottle of that stuff, right? So
right.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the marking of the label or because I remember the first time I picked it up, I didn't know anything about it. I like the label, right? You look at the label and it's got to be good, right? So pick it up and sure enough.
I'll tell you what, Alton Paris he's got some hellacious stories about barbecue and cooking and using this and using that. And right now his grandson Dylan Paris is working in the office and doing the development stuff with some of these flavors. And I'll tell you what, keep an eye out. There's a lot of good flavors that are coming out. They got this new chili mix that's out. They've got a lot of, like Jackie said, they have a dessert. They have chips, salsas, all different kinds of things.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
all
I've been seeing
all go
chips.
Texan.
The puffies.
The puppies, yes.
Nice.
So what are you guys
got?
cooking out of? You guys cook out of a porch trailer, right?
Yes, sir. We actually have, like I said, we have two trailers, a porch trailer and just a regular pull behind. But on that porch trailer, we have a sniper pit, a short rifle sniper. And then we also have
We're going to put the safe on there.
we have a new safe I just picked up. We're going to put the safe on the back there as well.
And the Rectech.
In Rectex, in Weber's,
And Napoleon.
and Napoleon. And my little blue trailer has a safe, a sniper, and a grill master on it as well.
What's the difference between a safe and a vault?
The safe and the vault is the size. They're basically the same pit. It's just the vault is double the size of the safe and the amount of meat that you can cook. I know in the safe it has 5 shelves and the vault has 5 as well, but you can fit I think 10 if not 12 briskets in that vault.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And there's a lot of cookers that you can. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize that they can do with that vault, you can pull that bottom shelf out of that vault, and you can put your ash pan directly inside that vault and making it, making a direct grill, and use it.
Oh wow!
Just put your little ash pan underneath there and just go to town with it like that.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, you can do it like that, and you got that top shelf. It's like a Texas microwave. That thing is like scorching. So if you wanted to sear something, just put it on that top shelf and run that pit about 300 degrees. You'll be 325, 350 at the top.
Wow.
The pits are really efficient. You can typically on our pits between the sniper and the safe, I'll burn a 16-pound bag of charcoal plus a few wood chunks for an entire cook-off.
Damn.
That's one of the things that are really efficient, really efficient.
Even on the sniper, you said?
Even on the sniper, I'll burn like half a bag of charcoal on a sniper. That's it.
Wow.
And that's running probably 7 hours, 8 hours.
Well, tell them about the story when you bought the blue pit.
What about the story? About the safe?
No, but the when you bought the trailer.
Oh, so I was looking around for a trailer, and I actually found a buddy of mine found my blue trailer online, and I worked the deal to go buy this trailer. So I told Jackie, I said, hey, let's go to Houston this weekend. She goes, what for? I said, we're just going to go to Houston for the weekend. So we drive up to Houston, we spend the night, get a hotel, have a nice dinner. I said, hey, let's go to breakfast. So we leave the hotel. I'm like, hey, I need to make a stop real quick. So she goes, okay. So I go to this guy's house, and she's waiting in the truck, and I get out. She sees me start talking to a guy. We uncover the trailer. And then she sees me shake his hand. She goes, this is not going to end well. So the next thing I know, I walk back. I'm like, well, you want to check out the new trailer? She goes, seriously? I'm like, yep. I was jonesing for this trailer right here. So I bought the trailer. Didn't tell her about it, just bought it. She didn't ask how much I paid for it. I didn't tell her either. So we go home. I come back and get the trailer, and we're cooking on it. We were at the Humble Cook-Off one year, and Jackie says, hey, come over and shake George's hand, George Shore from Pitmaker. So I go over and shake George's hand and say hi to him and this and that. She goes, okay, we'll pick up the new pit next week. I said, what? He broke the deal for the safe, and I had to take the trailer back over there and put a safe on that back of that trailer.
Nice.
So we take the trailer home. I go to the cook-off in Jordanton, not far from the house. I'm cooking on the pits, and she goes, are you going to light the new one up? I'm like, oh, that's right. We have a new pit on the back of there. So I lit it up and I cooked on it. I did not have a good day. I thought I was fighting this and that. The next thing you know, that was one of my first GCs I ever had. And that was my first GC to get us into the American Royal.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
So first time cooking on that pit and wind up with a GC.
But during that cook-off, he was so mad. He was so mad that he threw a knife at the tree. And I was like, okay, Matthew, come on, let's go get some ice cream. So like,
but yeah, so like I said, that pit right there, that's my OG pit. That's my go-to pit. I love that pit. It just has a flavor profile that you can't explain, it's really good. So we got tired of being Canopy Kings, and setting up canopies and sleeping outside or sleeping in the back of the truck. So I started looking for a porch trailer, and I found this porch trailer that we have now.
Mhm.
And first thing I said, I bought a vault to put on the back. And that was way too big of a pit for competition. You know, one brisket, 2 racks of ribs, just way
Right.
too big. So I sold that, bought another sniper, put a sniper on there. And now I bought another safe, like I said, and going to put the safe on the back there as well. So we just set up in there. We got air conditioning, we got running water, we got everything's inside. You're enclosed out of all the elements. Porch
Nice.
trailers seem to be the best way to go right now for people. If you can, you know, afford one like that, or with a toy hauler, you're in and out with the pits. But I didn't want to have to load the pit by myself. So I'm like, you know what?
Especially like when it rains a lot down here sometimes, and like there's mud. If you're walking outside around pits, there's just so much mud. But here, like, he'll walk the box because everything's on the porch, and I don't have to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
I had to take the couch out of there because she was taking naps too often. So
I have pictures of you now.
she keeps asking, when we put a TV in here? Nope. I've said, if you got time to watch TV, you got time to clean. Nope, ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that brisket's touching the safe and the sniper, or you're just running on one thing?
Well, it depends. If I'm running single team, it starts on the sniper and moves over to the safe.
Okay.
And then if we run 2 teams, she'll run nothing but the safe, and I'll run nothing but the sniper.
So we're splitting them basically.
Right. If we cook 2 teams. We have cooked 2 teams on the porch trailer before. We just take our drums with us. So we'll cook brisket and ribs on the drums.
Or the Rectech.
Or the Rectech, yes.
Which Rectech are y'all doing? The bullseye?
No, we have a 340, a 590, and a 1250.
Okay.
Damn.
So the 590 is the best one to cook off, I think. The 1250 is nice because it's big, but you almost got to run it a little hotter to make it work better for you. But the 1250 lives on the back of the trailer right now, and it travels everywhere with us. So does the 590.
Yeah.
Nice.
Once the food is wrapped, you just put it in the Rectech, and you don't have to worry about fire management.
I want that I was originally going to buy the bullseye, and she found that 340 that she wanted, so I didn't get the bullseye, so she got the 340. So,
what kind of fuel are y'all running in those Rectechs, if you don't mind me asking?
Rectechs, we're running the Champions Blend pellets.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the flavor profile out of them. A lot of people will run a straight blend, or a straight, like a hickory or an apple or a cherry. I liked a little bit of a mix with a cherry, apple, and pecan.
Okay.
But, you know, in a pinch, I would run more hickory than anything. And in the sniper, in the safe, we're running the Texas Original Black and Southern Gourmet Wood.
Okay.
And then in the drums, we run the Texas Original Lump in the drums.
Nice.
And we don't run any wood in the drums at all, just all straight charcoal.
Oh, wow. Okay. What proteins are y'all putting in the drums?
Drums typically is the pork.
Okay.
But if we don't take the drum, I'll run the pork, the ribs, and the brisket all on the sniper.
So talk about that pork call at the Jack. So y'all ran that on the drums over there, huh?
That was a rib call at the Jack.
Oh, was it a rib call? I thought
that was a rib call on the Jack,
Yeah,
and that was run
on the sniper.
Oh yeah, pork rib. There you go.
Yeah, that was run on the sniper.
Okay.
And her first place ribs at the Houston rodeo.
That was on the safe.
That was on the safe. That was an indirect. Yeah. Yeah.
There's that one. How'd that feel, Jackie?
Gosh, I couldn't put it into words. Could not put it into words.
Was that your biggest call to date from that one, from the Houston rodeo?
Biggest
yes.
call.
Because last year you were 3rd place.
At rodeo, yes, that's my biggest call, rodeo.
Yeah, there you go, AJ. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Kyle? As far as that, is he there?
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh, okay. No, I was just,
Thought he was froze.
I thought you were
Yeah, I thought
froze
you-
too, dude.
I thought you were gonna finish the sentence. I was waiting for you to
No.
finish the sentence.
No. Because Kyle cooks on the Jambo, so cooking offset also.
Yeah, I cook on a Jambo, and then the chicken goes on a drum. But how low do those Rectex go for temperature?
What do you mean? How long?
How low? Like, do they go 140, 160?
They'll go. I think 200.
Okay.
I think they'll go 200.
Yeah, I was looking at those snipers, and I don't remember where I seen it. I was at a cook-off, and I seen somebody had it, and I really like that hinge system. Man, that
Oh,
hinge
yeah.
system is badass, dude. My little short ass is over there trying to throw the
Jambo, the Jambo lit up.
doors.
And
My
the neat
Jambo.
thing- the neat thing about those snipers is all the snipers all have an insulated door on them, and then you can step up to the Magnum sniper and get that insulated firebox. But you can also get on a long rifle sniper, you can have the firebox insulated as well. Those things, and once those get up to temperature, they'll just hold forever.
Yeah, they're very user friendly. Like I don't have a problem. Once he likes them, I can maintain it.
Nice.
The reason she say once I light him is because I'm the one who gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, light the fire.
Nope, not doing
That's
that.
okay because once she's up, I take a nap.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pits of all time that I've seen, that if I could have one built, that would be the way it would be, was the that pit maker, the moon buggy with the drum.
Oh,
with the,
yes.
with the, I don't know if it's a safe or a vault on there, but man, that moon buggy's awesome.
Those guys over there, they have a really good eye for art, trying to
Mhm.
figure things out. And the way they're balanced, the way they build their pits are so nice. Like my little trailer is a little over 3,500 pounds probably. I can dolly wheel, I can move that trailer around all around by myself.
Oh
I don't
wow,
have much help at all.
Nice.
It turns on a dime on those single axles. But like I said, our trailer's been all over the place, and they make a quality product. All their pits they make over there are really nice. They've got some out there that 40, 50 grand, I bet, or more.
yeah, for sure.
Hopefully this year I'll be cooking on one again there at the rodeo in Houston.
Yeah, I got that coming up here pretty quick, right?
I think 2 weeks now we got coming up. Going back.
Oh, wow.
We'll see what's going to happen and see if I can take a second year. Somebody was telling me that nobody's ever been able to go back to back first place brisket. So I told Jackie, challenge accepted.
There you go.
I will
There you
definitely
go.
try.
Yep.
There you go.
How big is your porch to be able to fit all that stuff on there?
It's a 10-foot porch.
10?
It's 10-foot porch, 14-foot box. It's a cargo made, I think. Freedom Trailers made by Forest River.
Okay.
So it's an all steel deck. And I guess I kind of got lucky by having a 10-foot porch because I've seen people that got 8 foots and they're just too small.
Yeah.
But when we've taken the trip up to Kansas, we'll put 2 drums and an ice chest on the back of that, plus the other 2 pits, and you still got plenty of room in the back.
Yeah, even with your big butt.
What?
So that's what you would recommend, a 10-foot porch
I
all
would
day?
recommend a 10-foot porch because it's always easier to get that bigger porch at the beginning than it is to add on to it.
Right,
And
right.
then, if you got an 8-foot porch, you're like, man, I really wish I had 2 more feet. So, just like every other woman, just a little bit more is what I want.
Yeah.
What kind of AC do you guys got on that thing?
It's got a Dometic right now, but it's fixing to have a new unit. I forgot which the name of it is. I'm fixing to put a 15.5 on the top of it. My brother works in an RV company, Crestview RV in San Antonio, and he was telling me about this new 15.5 that we can put in there, and it only draws about, I think, 8 to 11 amps.
Oh wow.
So, and I'm running
Oh, wow.
a Champion 5,500 watt generator on the front. I have a deck mounted on the front of the tongue, and the generator just stays on board, so I don't have to worry about taking it off and on. But yeah, I want to go ahead.
Do you ever drive with your AC running?
I have short distances, but not very long distances. Typically, if I'm more than an hour away from the house, I won't do it. But if I'm within an hour, I'll turn the AC on and just get it going. I have driven with the generator on and refrigerator on just to keep my stuff cold inside the trailer. But I've been kind of leery about running with the AC all the time. And I was thinking about putting a mini split on the front, but the problem with that is you got to make sure the coils are covered up so you don't get no rock chips or
Yeah. That's what I have on mine. I have a little mini split, and I have just little cheap cover over the top of it, and every time I go somewhere, somebody says, "Why do you have that like that?" I said, "Well, don't want it to break," you know. So you see a lot of these food guys around here with their mini splits, and then you see that fan turning backwards all over the place, and I'm like, "No, I ain't risking that." So I keep a little
on it. But the porch trailers, find one that's going to have a big enough porch for you. Like I said, you'd rather have more room than not enough at the beginning, and steel deck, and make sure the frame is built for that, whatever weight you're going to put on the back of there. I've known people to have pits or trailers designed, they put one pit on it, then they add a second pit, and like all of a sudden the pulling characteristics completely changed.
Mm-hmm.
And 400 or 500 pounds on the back of that trailer that you didn't have when you set that hitch up to begin with is going to throw it all off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know a guy who bought a porch trailer, and he put a big smoker on the back of it. And if you looked at the back, you looked at his trailer from the side, it like flexed his trailer, right? I think he's got to go take it back in and get reinforcements put in it. But you can tell on his trailer that it literally started bending the frame on it.
Right. And that's the bad thing about putting across the lengthways on the front of that trailer. The way my sniper is mounted on our trailer is it's actually right behind the back axle. And the only reason I couldn't push it any farther forward because I didn't want to stagger the legs. And I was just taking a regular standard wheel setup and just mounting it to the trailer. You can custom build your frames to get them around there, like over your wheel hubs. But the way I set mine up, I just kind of set it up as close to the axle as I could get it. I think I've weighed mine out, loaded up, and I was like 9,700 pounds, maybe 10,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So how does a sniper compare weight as far as like, say the Jambo? I mean, it's lighter though, right?
Sniper's a little bit lighter than the Jambo, I think. I think the regular sniper is about 700 pounds, maybe 800.
Okay.
So it's not much different than the regular Jambo.
Yeah, I think mine's probably around 800, 900, something like that.
Yeah, I know the safe is about 450 to 500, and the vault's about 900.
Yeah.
So the snipers are not much more than that right there.
This barbecue thing is expensive. When you think about kits, trucks, cargo, trailers, the food itself,
the meat,
the travel, the gas, or the fuel. So this is an expensive hobby.
Yeah, for sure.
To me, just going in basic, you'd be doing good if you spent $600 a weekend.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's probably not including your entry fee. And you hope that you win some kind of money to get you home. I think our most expensive trip was the time I blew a trailer tire coming home. And the spare tire was the wrong size. So I wound up getting a hotel room, dragging the trailer on the fender, having to go back into Corpus to buy tires, and going back home. And I won no money that weekend. So, it's
we're more selective where we go. More big money events.
Yeah,
for
sure.
It's tough to go.
Yeah, we're not chasing points. We don't have to go to every competition. Been there, done that. Let's just do selective ones.
Some ones that are fun to do,
Ones that have like a cabin. Because porta potties, I will hold it.
It's tough. We talk about that once in a while. It's tough to go cook a competition that has 30 teams show up and it's only paying out $5,000, right? Because even the guy who wins it a lot of the time, he's not walking away with a whole lot of money. And in this competition anymore is just so stiff. There's no
Anywhere you
guarantee.
go.
It is.
No
It is. What Smoking in Rio pay this weekend? $50,000.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You'd figure with a name like Chupacabra, we could do better down there, but we just don't. Our flavor profile doesn't hit down there very well. And the chicken did okay, but our brisket hasn't done well down there.
They don't like the gringo brisket.
Carl's Gringo, babe.
It's a different table.
Congratulations, Carl.
Gringo.
That's on my list. I want to get down and go cook that one. That one looks like a lot of fun. That's just, I think from here, I think it was like 11 hours, 12 hours.
Ooh. That's where you need to find somebody that can roll something on there for you. You just show up with your ice chest. That's what you need to do.
I just cook on drums, so I could load them in the bed of the pickup.
Oh,
easy.
okay.
Three drums and I'm set.
Yeah.
Well, I've offered, dude. You're always whining. Oh, I can't afford the fuel. About brother, motherfuckers in the toy hauler. You can sleep in the top bunk or something. He still won't show up to him.
Are y'all cooking the Austin rodeo this year?
I think I'm supposed to go cook over there. I'm going to go cook with that team from Houston that takes us South Texas.
Okay.
Right now, I'm scheduled to go cook brisket for those guys.
Okay.
But
Have you cooked it, Sarah?
No way. Kyle's going to be there this year. Hopefully, right, Kyle? You're still planning on being there?
Yep.
Yeah, I wish I could do something like that, but not in the books right now.
Before.
Well, you have to stay there because the awards are on Sunday.
Yep.
Why is that? Why awards on Sunday?
I don't know. It'll be my first time cooking it. I can tell you this: I get a little nervous right before awards, and I generally like to pound a couple beers before I get into awards to kind of settle the nerves down. So, not really looking forward to that.
That'll make for a long drive home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's this the West Texas Bash Show? Oil field companies up there? You all have a cook-off?
Yeah, so we raise money for the local city over here in Monahans, the Kids Zone and the fire department and stuff. It's primarily an oil field company cook-off, yes. So oil companies, service companies, stuff like that. You have to use their name, right? They have to sponsor you to cook it. We got a couple teams this year, some sponsorships. It's pretty cool, man. I think we had 50 something teams this year out here, and probably 9,000 people that showed up to it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I went down to South Texas in Kennedy, and I'll tell you what, that's the first time I went down there just to go spectate on it. Those guys take that stuff seriously. They have a really good time.
Yeah. We got some good bands coming to South Texas this year. So if you guys are in the area, come by and check it out. If you've already been to it once, you know that everybody's handing out free food and alcohol and all that fun stuff. But the South Texas is going to be a blast this year. I'm hoping that South Texas shows up like West Texas did this year with 9,000 plus people, but we'll see how that turns out. And we raised a lot of money. I mean, we gave back $50,000 to this year. So here in West Texas, and hopefully we can match that in South Texas.
Yeah. That'll be awesome to see y'all in there for sure. Everybody else had in the ring. Kyle and them, they did a good job getting sponsors of it. A lot of these companies, they come in, they don't have the cookers, but they're looking for cookers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the competition is pretty stiff out there. I mean, you had everybody was out there. It seemed like, all the regular top cooks. Rolling Smoke was there.
See all the regular CBA cookers out there, just hard guns.
Yep, basically. Sam, what do you got?
I'm out, man.
So tell us a little bit about the Taste of South Texas. How does that go? I mean, what is the Taste of South Texas?
So it's actually a company. It's a team in Houston that a sister team of Pitmaker.
Okay.
And see, Houston Rodeo is unlike any other spot that there is. There is actually a team owner and then a head cook. So this guy has the spots, and it's kind of like deeded to him. And it's kind of like buying a house. You know, once you own it, you own it. You can't sell it. You can't give it away. But this group of guys teamed up with Pitmaker, and Pitmaker provided me and Tony Tenazzi to go and help these guys cook this event. They've been in it for about 31 years now.
Oh, wow.
So that's how we got tied in with them with Pitmaker. And, you know, they sell event tickets to their Friday night, Saturday night deals. They have a tent. They have food, drink.
But Pitmaker supplied all that.
Yeah. But so that's how I wound up with the Taste of South Texas.
Okay.
So it was just an opportunity to go cook the Houston Rodeo. And a lot of people do that. They don't, you know, they don't own the spot. They just get a chance to go cook for another team.
And that team was 2 rows away from our Pitmaker tent. So I didn't see Tim.
Yeah, she's in one row, I'm in another row.
Yeah. So from like 5 in the morning, I wouldn't see him till maybe 4 in the afternoon.
She saw me right at brisket turning. Was the first time she seen me for the day. And this year we get to cook on Champions Row. We get to keep our same spot, but we get to cook on Champions Row.
Nice.
So that's a pretty cool deal. They had kind of rope off one area, and they have, you know, winning teams from all over the country come in here and cook, and they have international teams come in here and cook, and they're competing against everybody else. It's just they kind of designate this one area. This is where all the champions are at.
Nice. So Jackie, you're cooking for Pitmaker, and then Tim's cooking for Taste of South Texas, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. And it feels strange not having him with me. I'm not gonna lie. He gets on me sometimes, but it's like if I have a problem with something, I could easily ask one of the guys to help me. But I don't want to impose too much because, you know, I can't boss them around like I could boss him. but they're
awesome.
It's willing to help. But yeah, I kind of feel alone when I'm not with him.
So do you have your helpers, Jackie?
I'm sorry?
Do you have your helpers?
Oh, yeah. She's got an entourage. Trust me. She has an entourage.
I got helpers, but
she doesn't do her own dishes. That's for sure. We have a good time when we go hang out with those guys from Pitmaker. You get to meet a lot of famous people and food. And it's not just barbecue food. There's all kinds of food. They had sandwiches. And
the Texans show up.
Some of the Texans have showed up in the years past, and they have fried foods like you would not believe, and Mediterranean food and Mexican food and fresh food.
Nice.
You know, they put a good show on.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I saw last year. I can't remember. I think Rob did a live walkthrough through the tent. I believe. I think it was Rob. Could be wrong, but where they had all the showroom, they brought the showroom pits in there and stuff, and
they cook on all those pits.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, all the pits they bring in, they actually sell those pits, so you can get them at a show discount. But you have to pick them up on Sunday.
Nice.
So there's typically 2. There are probably 2 of every pit they have out there, and everybody.
Are they selling out? So are they selling the pits like they're gone at the end?
Yeah, they're gone. Most of the time, they're gone by the time the cook-off even starts. They're sold.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they're well seasoned and ready to go. But they cook so much meat every day. And it's not just barbecue. Last year I think they were cooking alligator.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they smoked a whole alligator on a sniper.
Oysters Rockefeller.
Yeah, they did oysters Rockefeller one night. Oh,
oxtails,
steaks, you name it. They
everything. Nice. So when does prep start? When does prep start for the Houston Rodeo? How does that look?
As far as us, or as far as
as far as y'all, like what are y'all working on? I mean,
we get there. We could roll in on Thursday morning, and we start getting our stuff set up and get our spots set up and get our little areas. We're ready to go, and then we have to wait for meat inspectors to come by. So,
Mhm.
like I said, Houston's a different animal. They inspect your meat,
Yeah.
they tag your meat. And then when you go to cut your meat for your turn-ins, you have a specific time that you cut in because not everybody has the same turn-in times. I think they stagger them out over 2 hours.
Okay.
So, and then they come by at a certain time to inspect the meat. Once they check the tag, then you can cut the box or cut your meat to put in the box. And then once it's boxed up, then they tape that box up. And then you have like 5 minutes to get to the turn-in window to get it turned in. And they only give you 2 tags.
And no golf carts.
Yeah, no golf carts. You got to walk it, run it through, whatever you got to do to get it there.
Wow.
So what do they call those people? Like ambassadors or those
I guess you'd
babysitters
call
kind
them
of?
an
I
ambassador.
mean,
I guess you'd call them an ambassador.
and they're with you throughout the whole cook? Or
Yeah.
do they – okay.
Yeah, they're assigned multiple teams. So like one ambassador will go to the entire row right there, and they'll check everything. But like I was saying, you have different turn-in times for your meats. You might have
Mhm.
5 teams, but you're not all going to have the same turn-in time. They stagger them out. So it's an interesting way of doing it.
And they're watching you during your process. They actually sit there and they watch you.
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking
It's
to have somebody
very-
stand there and watch you the entire time.
It's very intimidating. And over at the Pitmaker crowd, you got cameras and film
Right.
stations, and everybody's taking pictures, and you're like trying not to make a mess, but then trying
Right.
to not forget your steps. And then
I mean,
you don't want to second guess yourself either. Like, is it this rib or is it this rib? I only have 2 racks. You can only have 2 things.
right. So I would think like with as much money as these companies are putting into that, I mean, would they honestly like DQ you for something small, like something small or?
Well, see, Houston Rodeo is a non-sanctioned event. So there are no sanctioning bodies. They try to follow their own set of rules.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to DQ you, they're going to DQ you. It doesn't matter how much money you got in the game.
Wow.
But, it could be the littlest thing. But that's why they give you these big old rule books. And I think the rule book is like 70-something pages.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
You have to read through this thing to know exactly what you can do, when you can do it, how you can do it. And, you got that small little window and you got to follow. But
Almost like you had to take the rule book to the attorney's office.
they have so many different rules for different things. It's crazy. But I started looking at the rules one day, and like I said, that's 70-something pages, and it goes from everything from where a sign has to be placed all the way to where your meats are going to be done, how they're going to be done, what your turn-in times are, what's your window, and how it's done.
And then right around 6 o'clock in the evening, they'll come with a bell. And if you see your name, if you hear your bell, they give you a flag. Hey, you made it to the finals. So then, if you've gotten that far, then by 7 awards time, that's when they have. Yeah, there it is. You want that banner. You want to see that banner. You want to see a finalist banner. If that means you made it to the final round. So then when it comes around to the actual award time is when they will announce by team name who actually won.
And they only take the top 3 teams on the stage. So when they get, from the top 3 teams that are on the stage, it's going to be one of those 3 teams that are going to win that category.
Mm-hmm.
So they all from 10 all the way down to 4, and then the top 3 on the stage, there's going to be your teams are going to be vying for the 1, 2, 3 spots.
Yeah.
And last year, so when they called brisket, our head cook Brian was up on the stage for representing our team, and they called 3rd place brisket, and then they called 2nd place brisket, and then we all looked at each other and was like, well, there's only one left, so that's gotta be us. So they called 1st place brisket. Well, of course, like I said, only the head cook gets to go on stage. The team doesn't get to go. Only one person gets to represent the team. So they called 1st place brisket, and I was like all happy. And then when they got to calling RGC and GC, when they called GC, I almost passed out. My legs went weak, jello.
Wow.
I yelled so loud, so much that I was
You
hoarse.
lost your voice.
I lost my voice for a week after that event.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that right there is just phenomenal. The feeling on that was right up there with winning the American Roll Brisket. I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
but it was just so great to know that out of all those cooks and all those people that are there that you compete against, day in, day out, that you were the first place brisket and you were the grand champion of that event. And that right there,
Man, it's awesome.
I have the trophy to prove it. I have the belt buckle to prove it. It's freaking awesome. It's like
Yeah.
no other feeling in the world. And there's a lot of cooks out there that deserve to win. And that weekend it was my weekend to win. And I was so proud and appreciative of it so much. Every day I always thank all the people that made it happen.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I was gonna ask, Tim. So you had that first place over there, but how did it feel whenever you heard that Jackie won that first place ribs?
So when they call the ribs, like I said before mine, and when they got down to first place ribs, they called Pitmaker Addiction. I knew it was her. I knew it. And it's funny how when they start calling names or numbers or whatever you got at a competition, I just have this feeling that's like there's just something that's there. And when they called her, I was so happy for her, knowing that she's put in so much work, time, and effort in this.
I never even tried the ribs.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't even try the ribs because, like I say, you only have 2 racks. You have to turn in 9 ribs. There's not much left.
Yeah.
And, well, whatever is left, people are just grabbing.
Yeah, it's gone.
So,
like I've said before, when she succeeds like that, that is so freaking awesome for her to be on the stage as big as that and to win like she did. And that's
that's
just
awesome.
goes to show that I taught her well.
I taught her well. That's funny. That's funny.
We kid each other, but together we're a really good team. Most husband and wives have issues here and there, and we all do. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to cooking, she is focused, laser focused on making things happen. And she knows what she wants to do, and she knows she wants to win. And I feel the same way. So, I couldn't ask for a better partner and teammate to be with.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
A new truck.
A new truck. A new bit. G-Wald has a question. It said, what did Brian get? Any money payout for being the head cook?
As far as I know, they don't pay much of anything at all in Houston. I don't think they got paid anything.
The thing is, Brian didn't cook anything.
He cooked the ribs. No, he didn't cook ribs. But he's listed as a head cook. But like I said, in Houston, it's kind of a different animal. You have a team owner, you have a head cook, and you're allowed up to 4 or 5, associate cooks to cook different events, different categories.
Right.
So, yeah, it would be more of a team money thing than anything.
Right. But, so where are the trophies at? Where are the trophies sitting these days?
In the living room.
In the living room at the house, and the buckle is hanging on the wall.
Awesome.
Yeah, we don't have a living room anymore. It's all
barbecue. I told her one day, I was sitting in the dining room, and I'm like, I'm going to start taking the stuff off the wall. And she goes, well, you can't take those off the wall because that one was special cook-off. It's one of the ones where I did the perfect score. I had a first brisket, first rib, first chicken in the cook-off I went to. And she goes, well, you can't take those off the wall. We got to take something off the wall. But we have so many, trophies and cutting boards and buckles and everything. And we have banners hanging in our trailers. And it's just, years and years of time, effort, and money.
Right.
Into this thing. And, it just makes you feel good. It really does. And, and to have people look up to you, and Jackie mentors, kids cooking in high school and younger kids. And, she does a lot of mentoring for people, and people have questions. She'll ask and she'll answer them,
Yeah, we're not here for a long time. So you got to make the most of this life while you can. I fell on the ice when we had the ice storm a couple of weeks ago, and I was out. Like I couldn't walk. Like I couldn't even get out of bed. So any day now, like things can happen overnight, and you don't know what the day brings. You may not be able to do this anymore. So
Right.
you gotta live this life as much as you can while you can.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. It's awesome. At the end, going back to the Houston Rodeo thing, I mean, that had to have been a crazy night for y'all to take ribs, brisket, and the GC on that. Where was the party at? Was it on Taste of South Texas or was it the Pit Maker?
It was a pit maker. And I'm telling you, I think the only way it could have been anything better is if we would have been together as a husband and wife team to do this.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and that's our goal, is to eventually have a team there that consists of me and her and another couple of cooks to help us do everything. And I'm pretty sure it'll happen one of these days. But, you know, everybody is like, well, he helped her. How am I going to help her? You know, she was on 2 rows over from me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just,
Yeah.
the party at Pitmaker is just, off the wall. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And to walk around with those banners and the flags, signs, and all
Congratulations and everything.
oh yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
I can't hang with I call them the city slickers because, man, they had the ice sculpture with the shots. They had the other one that has like 10 shots, and everybody's getting a line. Oh, God.
Yeah, Pitmaker throws one hell of a party. I'll tell you that much.
That's awesome.
They throw a great party.
That's awesome.
You know, that's one of the things about Houston Rodeo. You got to have a ticket to get into a tent, and some of them are really, really worth it. You know, we went to a tent a couple years ago, and they had carpet in the entire tent. They had the chandeliers hanging.
The cotton.
Oh, the cotton tent. That's what it was. And then they had the horse that was full of live roses.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yeah, these guys are really up there.
And
But
then they
Cotton's
have
a major supporter of the Houston Rodeo.
They had the VIP pony room in the back with its own bartenders.
But yeah, the parties they have in Houston, if anybody ever gets a chance to go, buy some tent tickets and go and just walk around. You're going to be amazed at what you're going to see.
Yeah, people show up in limousines.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. What's up next for Team Chupacabra? Tim and Jackie, what do y'all got going on this year?
Well, we said in about 2 weeks, we're going to head over back to Houston. Going to try to repeat in brisket and ribs.
Concan.
After that, there's Concan, there's Austin Rodeo. And haven't thought much after that. You know, I said, we're not chasing points.
Fort Davis.
Fort Davis is in June.
I have a women's class in April in Concan. It's
Oh,
like
nice.
a women's retreat. So I show them how to cook a championship steak and a dessert and a little side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ask her how much she cooks at home now.
We had salad today at Jason.
Last night I was cooking. I cooked jalapeno bombers, kebabs, and ribeye steaks. I wanted to do finger foods, and she goes, "We can eat finger foods anytime. I want a good steak." So we had for the Super Bowl, we had steak, baked potatoes, and salad. You know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with a good steak.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. But you know, we're like I said, we're not chasing points. We're just cooking fun events,
Just having
and
fun. Just having
hanging out with people, and trying to work our way back to Kansas City.
We're not going to Kansas.
But if we win Kansas, we can go to the Jack.
No, but
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Y'all walk away with the first place brisket, and Jackie's like, "The hell with Kansas."
I'll tell you what, it was sketchy coming back because they rushed through the awards really, really fast because there was a
Yes,
storm
the rain.
coming in.
Yeah.
And you know, we got our few pictures here and there. We jumped in the truck and we started driving. We drove all the way to Wichita that night. And
Oh, wow.
we woke up the next morning, started driving, and as soon as we hit that Oklahoma state line, it was tornado warnings all the way through Oklahoma. I'm like, the hell
Wow.
with this. We're going to get out of Oklahoma. We got a travel trailer on wheels behind us, and we're not sticking around anywhere.
yeah, so we didn't really get to absorb the win
Mm-hmm.
at Kansas, unlike Pitmaker, because like we were staying there, and you guys stayed there till what 12.
Yeah.
So I would say Houston Rodeo was more fun, more celebrated. Royal. American Royal was just stressful with the weather and
Oh, it rained
and
constantly.
Yeah.
to get out.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that this year.
We were standing in the infield, and I had mud up to my ankles. That was just everything was flooded.
It's kind of
But-
miserable
Is,
until you get your name called, huh?
Yeah, then it all goes away.
Is the Royal the same dates as last year?
I don't know yet. We were talking to a few people that are tied in with the Royal, and they were trying to move it to their new property they just purchased, but they didn't think they were going to have it ready in time for this year. So, and the reason all the dates got moved around this past year was we were told because NASCAR wanted their track back, the times changed for a NASCAR race. So that's the reason it got pushed back as far as it did. But whether or not they're going to get to the new property, I don't think so. So there's no telling where it's going to be at now. But from what I heard, the property's not far from the racetrack anyhow. It'll be in the same general area. But they haven't set a date as of yet.
Yeah, I've been waiting to hear what they.
G-Wald has another question. Is Houston a half chicken or got to do two halves? And he said he needs to read the rules already.
The chicken is one half. I think the chicken was one half. You remember?
We don't do chicken.
Yeah, but Tony was there. I was with Tony.
You turn in, so you get 2 tags, and
4 halves.
They had 4. They keep the chickens together though, because you wind up having another half.
I think it was only one half, but you can also put in that box other pieces of chicken.
Yeah.
You can put in wings or legs or thighs or whatever like that's you want in there. But read your rule book. Read the rule book, what it says. I'm not going to tell you wrong.
That was the next comment. I'm not a fan of a rule book.
Cliff notes.
Yeah, get ready to start reading. G. Well, cool. Well, we're at an hour and 36 minutes. So, anything else y'all want to bring up? Sponsors or anything else before we let y'all go?
Chupacabra, Texas Original,
Yeah.
Snake River Farms,
Prairie Fresh,
Chopping Block
and Webster. Those guys are awesome down there. They got some quality meats. Our local HEBs.
Yeah.
But just like I said before, having all these people stand behind you and you're promoting their products, and you're promoting them not because they're standing behind you, but because they're quality products.
Right.
Like you said, the Chupacabra rubs, 2 Gringos, Chupacabra, the Snake Rivers, the Chopping Block, Texas Regional Charcoal, Pitmaker, of course. We can't forget Pitmaker. Those guys are freaking awesome. Awesome pits. We love them. Rec Tech pellet cookers, Ford diesel trucks.
You hear that, Kyle? And Sam, Mel are both Ford guys.
Yeah. I'm a Ford guy, but some of the things I don't agree with. But just get out there, cook, and have fun, and put out your best product, and you're going to be there one day. Every day is going to be different for every cook, but you just never know what's going to happen that day.
Right.
We've been blessed, and we're proud of everything we've done so far. We hope we haven't pissed off too many people, but it's what we love doing, cooking, providing quality products out there.
And even though you go out and you set your goal to win a contest, it doesn't always happen that way, and it's out of your control. So you just kind of have to grow thick skin and let it roll off. And there's always another comp.
I've had days where I thought the brisket was awesome and it tanked. You just never know, because you're not cooking for yourself. You're cooking for those 6 people at that table.
Right.
And you never know who you're going to get.
For sure.
But,
for sure. Well, congratulations on all y'all's stuff, man. And that's awesome. And hopefully y'all have a better year 2025 than y'all did 2024. That's going to be kind of hard to beat. But
it's going to be kind of hard to beat. But I'll tell you what, we've had a fun time doing this together. Meeting a lot of great people that are out there, and we really appreciate the support we get from you guys. So
awesome.
See if we can't make it up North Texas area. see what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, y'all be in. These guys will be in Smoke in the Mountains. So
Yeah,
I have to
come
go
find
meet up at Fort Davis for sure.
Come find us.
Yep.
We'll hopefully get our same spot. We got a good spot last year.
Well, last year we stayed at what house was that?
I don't know. It was a big old house.
It
right
was
outside.
a historical house just up that hill by the fire
Nice.
station. It was so nice. It was really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, come see us up there, man. We'll love to hang out with you guys. And Jackie will make margaritas for everybody.
there you go. There you go.
For sure.
And cheesecake.
And cheesecake.
And cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Don't forget that.
Thanks, CB.
Yeah, thanks, CB.
There's Chase. See you on Fort Davis. Well, Chase will be there also. So it's gonna be a hornet's nest for sure.
Yep.
So it's gonna be another good year out there.
They put on a good cook-off up there. You know, little town in the
it's
middle
great.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And it sold out so fast.
I think Jennifer said an hour and 32 minutes they were sold out.
Yeah. Last year they sold out in an hour. I think it was like almost 50 minutes. And she was
I thought it
completely
was
sold out.
24 last year.
Yeah,
Was
I think
it?
it was 24.
I think it was like 24 hours last year.
Oh, okay. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, cool. Jackie, Tim, we appreciate y'all coming on for sure.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
Thanks for your time.
Yes.
And like I said, good luck and stay safe on the road and we'll see y'all down the road.
Okay. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
Jackie,
Thank
Tim.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Wow. It's a
That was
great
a good
show,
one.
man. Great show. Dude, we went pretty long on that one, but
Another banger in
a
the
lot of stuff
books.
to talk about. A lot of stuff
Yes,
to talk
sir.
about. We could have kept going too, man, but I know they got things they got doing, and Kyle was like you had a long day.
I think I got home at 7:30, and then I'll leave
Yeah.
tomorrow again at 4:30. So
Jeez.
Well, good luck with that, dude. Good
Yep, yeah, you have
luck with
fun.
that. What do we got next week, Kyle?
next week I'm out, brother.
I say next week I think we got Chuck. Mr.
Chuck's next
Texas
week.
Rebel Smokehouse.
Oh, it's Chuck next week. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Fresh
Yeah,
off
Chuck
of neck
just-
surgery.
Just came out of neck surgery. Yeah, for sure. That'll be cool. Thanks, Chase.
So I need to holler at Chuck and see if Butch will be awake around this time. See if he can get Butch on too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. Can't wait for that one. We talked to old Chuck.
Yep.
So Texas Rebel Smokehouse. So
I say
be good.
he hasn't cooked a lot, but the last few contests he's cooked, he's done damn good in.
Yeah, he's pretty consistent himself. So it'll be a
Yeah.
good one for sure. Sure. Anything else before we close this one out? We're gonna call this one episode. What is this episode? I don't even know.
27 says.
27, I think.
27 episodes. Hopefully, Anthony be on next week. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Cool. We're gonna call this one, man.
All righty, boys.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend and stay safe on the road and we'll talk again next week.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Cool, man.
Later.
Thanks.
This is Parrish Randall, and this concludes this episode of Beyond the Smoke. Thanks for stopping by, friend. We hope to see you again real soon. Until next time, happy trails. Until we talk meat again.